everybody, this is your girl Exquisite Bliss of Spiritual Life Coaching, and today's video we will be discussing energy vampires and at least 5 types of energy vampires and ways that we can prevent these people from draining our energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I've got my notes all prepared and ready to go. So what is an energy vampire? An energy vampire is someone who drains us of our energy and our emotions, leaving us tired and exhausted. They seem to have very little connection to themselves, so they are not able to properly recharge when they need to. So instead, what they do is they go and drain other people's emotions because they're not, or because they don't want to do the work themselves to not have to drain people's emotions. Empaths are really affected by this because they are highly sensitive people, and energy vampires, they tend to be drawn to them because of their nature. So I'm an empath, and it's some serious business. So now we're going to get into at least 5 different types of vampire energy. So the first one being the victim. Now, the victim vampire, they think the world is against them. They have very low self-esteem, and they feel like everybody should be responsible for their life instead of taking responsibility for their own self and their own suffering. So, and they usually prey on people by using their guilt. They get them, to show some compassion towards what they're going through. And once you show compassion to them, it's it. Then they start to use guilt to manipulate you if you do not comply with what they want to do or what they want you to do. So some things you can do to avoid the victim vampire is to set boundaries and limit your contact with them. Do not become their therapist. Do not engage in their pity parties. And like I said, spend a limited amount of time with them. So that's a few ways that you can prevent them from draining your energy. Okay, so the second type of energy vampire is the narcissistic vampire. Okay, this is a person who is incapable of showing any empathy towards anyone or any genuine interest towards anyone, their friends or etc. All they care about is themselves. They are looking out for number one. They ain't caring about you. Okay, it's either their way or it's the highway. It's all about them basically. So, and the way that they manipulate you and drain your energy is they come at you with their deceptive charm, okay? They will pay you a compliment and then turn around and use that compliment as a way to get what they want. So, and that's how they could use their deceptive charm. And they will also use guilt and anger and even be downright abusive, if you don't comply with their wishes. So with these narcissistic energy, vampire energies floating around, the best thing you can do to prevent this type of person is to cut them off completely, if you possibly can. Okay, if you possibly can. It's not possible that, we can cut everybody out, but some of them we can, okay? Because they are not, giving you any value in return. It's not a 2-way street, basically. It's only a 1-way street. You have to meet their expectations and needs while yours, go neglected. So if it's at all possible that you could break connection with them, that's the best thing to do. Otherwise, if you can't, if it's a family member, if it's a coworker or, someone like that, limit your contact with them. But also, you could try to do things like focus on their good qualities and etc. But, don't engage them, or anything like that because your needs are not going to be met. So don't even bother. Okay, so moving on to the The third one is the controller. Okay. And these people are the type that tells you what you should think, how you should feel, and what you should do. Okay. And they have an opinion about everything. And they drain you by invalidating your emotions if you don't agree with them. And they make you feel shame, pathetic, and demeaned, and dominated by them. So what you can do to prevent yourself from having your energy drained by them is to speak up and be confident when you speak up. You don't have to argue with them or anything or try to control them, but you can just agree to disagree and limit your contact as well, if it's possible. So, and that's that one. All right. And so the fourth one is the judgmental vampire. And these people, they have very low self-esteem, and they pick on others by preying on their insecurities so that they can feed their ego and leave you feeling small and ashamed. Okay. These are the bullies that's happening in the world. Okay. Ways to avoid them is to remember your self-worth. Okay. Know your worth and value. If it's all possible, no contact with them, because they're going to treat you how they treat themselves, or how they see, how they're seeing their self. So don't take it personally. No need to get defensive, about it. And if at all possible, cut contact, or, limit contact with them if you have to. So, and then that's that one. So the last one is the innocent vampires. And they are the ones that will drain your energy, but they're not aware of it. These people are people who, they really do need help. I mean, they need a whole lot of help. They are in need, but at the same time, they rely on you a little bit too much. So, and that leaves you with, little room or a little time for you to take care of your own self, because you're too busy, being their rock, being their supporter, and etc. So with these type people, the best thing you can do with them as well is, take a step back, and make sure you're taking care of yourself and loving on yourself. So take a step back and encourage them to be more self-sufficient. Okay. So that way you'll have time to take care of yourself, and they can do the things that they need to be doing, for themselves. So there's a difference between helping and enabling. So those are the five types of energy vampires. And so this concludes this video about vampire energy. So if this video has helped you at all, or if you like what I have to share, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Check out all my social media links in the description down below. I thank you for watching. I truly love and appreciate you, and hope you all have a wonderful day.